Hey, everybody. I want you to please all go to www.streamyard. I'm typing it in, .com, Facebook. And that will allow you to engage with me so we can have a fun conversation about how to stay positive in all these crazy times. I'm so happy that you are with me. Becky Tyler Bechtel is in the house. It is good to see you. She is the first one here. Becky, hit me with a like or a heart so I know that you're in here. And I think we got a few others who I don't know, but we want you to chat. We want you to engage, and I want to bring to you the 12 attitude actions that when I coach our CEOs and leaders of the world, I tell them from the moment you open your eyes, these are the things you can do to improve your attitude. And these are all things that are very simple. These are all things that you may go, yeah, Glenn, I know this. But the question is, yeah, you may know it. But the question is how good are you at it? So I'm negotiating StreamYard, kind of new to it. I wanted to put up this PowerPoint. I was hoping I could drag it, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to. But it's cool because you know what? We're here together, and we're going to go through the 12 attitude actions to beat negativity, plenty of that, fear, tons of that, uncertainty. I would say there's more fear than uncertainty. People, yeah, they're uncertain of the times. But let me tell you something. People are afraid. They're afraid of losing their job, losing their home, losing their spouse, losing their health. There's real fear in America. But as I always talk about, you cannot win in life. You cannot win in business unless you win in your mind first. And that's what we do at the University of Attitude. Hey, there's my friend Jason Jala. If anybody that watches the Get Attitude podcast, Jason is my producer. He does an amazing job. And so, Jason, it's good to have you on. And anybody else who wants to join in, please go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. They'll ask you to give permission so I can show you in our thread so we are able to go through this attitude exercise. So I hope what I'm getting ready to talk to you about is fun. I was so fortunate enough to do a virtual keynote address today. And I've been fortunate enough to do many keynote addresses during COVID. COVID is not stopping me. I hope that it is not stopping you. I am just trying to cut through all the hate, all the awfulness, all the negative news, and at least post something here that's positive, that is empowering. I don't want to minimize all the bad things that are happening. But you know what? We cannot help anybody unless we first help ourselves. What is up, Frank McManus from Boston? It is good to have you with me. And I'd love to make this, I want to get your feedback on these 12 things. But the bottom line is this: there's plenty of influences right now that are pulling at us. There are plenty of influences that are creating negativity in our life. There's plenty of influences that are not empowering you, that are not helping your happiness. And they are justified. Needless to say, they're not justified, but you know what? You don't owe the world anything. You owe you everything. And part of the recovery that everybody loves to talk about and all these speakers talk about, recovery is really about what are you doing to improve yourself? What are you doing to heal yourself? It's a personal recovery, right? Not an economic recovery or a pandemic recovery. So this is what this is about. I just want to try to help you recover. I want to give you 12 things that you guys can go, yeah, I can do that for sure. Let's make that happen. So what we'll do is let's just start with number one. Now, this is a technique that I learned from the great Zig Ziglar. And as a matter of fact, I learned a lot of this from a lot of different guys. And Zig used to always talk about creating and shouting your morning mantra. And I mean from the time you open your eyes, right? So like when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? Zig Ziglar used to do this. He used to pop up on the side of his bed and go, yippee! It's going to be a great day. Well, you can only imagine. I've done this, and it doesn't really make your spouse who is sleeping very happy. And it doesn't make the rest of the household very happy when you start screaming and shouting your mantra in the morning. And those of you who have seen me speak, we've always talked about I'm alive, I'm alert, and I feel great. I don't know what your mantra is, but this is something you might just try for the next 21 days is to create a mantra, right? I'm powerful, I'm impactful. These would be affirmations that maybe you say. And I mean, the second you wake up, the second your eyes open, boom, you say, I'm alive, I'm alert, and I feel great. And you say it loud, you say it with enthusiasm, and you say it with lots of love. Well, hello, Emily Westover. Thank you for joining us. I want to know if you guys would put in the comments what your mantra is. And again, I know 99% of you are not doing mantras in the morning when your eyes hit, right? But if you did create, hello, Jane. Oh, look at that. She's got a picture of her grandbaby. I love it. But I want to know, what mantra would you say to yourself, or what mantra would you suggest that our gappers or the people that are with us would do that? Emily Westover. Oh, Emily. Oh, hey, with Zaya. So I was a keynote speaker in Nashville. Emily, thanks so much. I appreciate you checking in with me. Please tell all your Zaya people I love them. We had such a blast in Nashville together, and that I hope that we can all get together and that you'll bring me back as your keynote speaker. So Emily, it was great to see you. And if you guys need women's athletic gear, check out Zaya.com, hit Emily. Their clothes are fantastic and they make women look extra great. So thanks so much, Emily, for that. But none of you are posting, hey, what in the world would my mantra be? Send me a mantra so I can see what you're up to. There's Emily again. Oh, good. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Guys, our podcast, I will type it in, and we got some good ones coming up. Get Attitude Podcast right here on Facebook. You can just go to the Get Attitude Podcast. We have the unbelievable Jeffrey Gittimer and his wife, Jen Gittimer, on talking about live or grow or die. Those are our upcoming two podcasts. So that's good. Of the dirt. What's that mean, of the dirt, Jane? I don't know. Oh, here, Jane's got my mantra. Jane's mantra. Sweet. Woke up on this side of the dirt. I love it. Hey, there, you may as well be grateful. You don't want to be on the wrong side of the dirt. Excellent, Jane. I love it. So keep putting your mantras in. The bottom line is, what I want you thinking about is the first second how you start your day. Right? I always love to say, do you wake up and say, good morning, God? Or do you wake up and go, good God, it's morning, right? So that's what we're trying to go for. What's the first thought in your mind? What's your mantra? And please let us know what it is, because we sure would love it. All right. So we're through number one. Get a mantra, shout it, start your attitude, win in your mind from the very first second that you start. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is tell yourself something positive in the mirror. I love to ask people, what's the first thing they think about when they're in the mirror? Like, do you look at yourself in the mirror and go, God, you look like crap? Or, oh my God, I look so tired? Or like, what do you do? And is it negative? You know, the truth is most of the people, when they first look at themselves in the mirror, think of something negative. So we're taking you from opening your eyes to the first person you probably see, which is you in the mirror. And what are you going to tell yourself? Are you going to say, hello, handsome? Hello, gorgeous? Hey, I'm glad I get to spend the rest of the day with you. God, I feel fantastic. You can repeat your mantra, whatever it is. Now, is this hokey? Is it corny? Of course it's hokey and corny. But you know what? If you want to be susceptible to nastiness, if you want to be susceptible to negativity, if you want to be susceptible to other people who are just flat out nasty, you got nothing positive to say, this begins to build the barrier and the walls. So let's see what a couple of our other people had to say. Emily wakes up grateful. I love that. I pray that God uses me for a light. That's good. So you can wake up, guys, listen to this, right? When you look in the mirror, maybe you say, I hope that God uses me for the light. John Bryan is in the house from Panama City, Florida. John, how are you, my friend? I don't know. My day usually starts about 5:30, and I think I'm a little bit older than you. The first thing I think about is I'm alive again for only one more day. How's that, John? I think that is good. You know what? Just being grateful that we're simply alive is fantastic. So thank you guys. Keep those comments coming. And I think your mantra can be talked about in the book and obviously when you wake up, but it can also be talked about when you are in the mirror. So I want you to think, what's the first thing I think, say, and shout when I wake up in the morning? Number two, what am I going to say to myself in the mirror? Some of you may need to put a Post-it note and just say it to yourself. Let's go to number three, right? So important that you do something to increase your heart rate. Like let's get the blood showing. I love this. Look at that. Jane's saying, go, John. Jane's my aunt, John. John grew up for me. So it's so good to have the people who I love and have grown up with on this chat with me. But you know what? Within the first 5 to 10 minutes, if you can increase your heart rate, get your metabolism going, trust me, that will improve your attitude. Get that blood pumping through your heart. Get that blood pumping through your brain. I will tell you that my blood pumping exercise is 100 jumping jacks. Pretty simple. 100 jumping jacks takes about a minute and a half, maybe a minute and 15. Some people do yogas, push-ups, sit-ups. You can run in place. You can go walking. But look at, if you want to get your day kickstarted, I've already given you 3 things that you can do in the first 5 minutes. Do something to get your blood pumping. If you are on here, if you're liking this, please let me know what you do to get your blood pumping. Do you do anything to get your blood pumping? And do you have an idea, besides what I know, what some of you dirty people are thinking, what you can do to get your blood pumping? And you may as well, right? If you got somebody next to you, why not? All right. So anyway, we want to get your heart rate going early and fast to start that metabolism and to get things going. This next one's fairly obvious, but a lot of people don't do it because you know what? They want to get 16 ounces of coffee before they get 16 ounces of water. I believe 70% of your body is made of water. We are a society that is dehydrated overall. One of the best health tips I got was to drink half of your body weight in water. So do you do that or not? Or actually, I think they said 2 times your body weight in water. So if you weigh 150 pounds, maybe it was half. 150 pounds, you should be having 75 ounces of water. But I'm going to tell you this, starting your day, chugging a 16-ounce bottle of water, just great for the, and I'm no doctor. I don't play one on TV. I don't know what's going on. But let me ask you guys, do you try to drink water? Do you monitor your water? If so, how much? Do you have a formula? Or do you like to drink a quart of Diet Coke in the morning? Or do you like to drink a Coke, which has, 47 grams of sugar? And you wonder why we all have diabetes. But I'm telling you, one of the healthiest things you can do, get that blood pumping, pound about 16 ounces of water. Let's go to your next attitude, exercise. And that's just to simply, listen or read to something positive. Now, you could listen to the Get Attitude podcast. You can listen to any podcast. There's plenty of motivational speakers out there. You can pick up my book, The ABCs of Attitude. Here's one of my favorite people. Belinda Hedgecock is in the house. Hi, Belinda. That's her and her gorgeous daughter. They're just so beautiful, both of them. Belinda is a client of mine and is awesome, her and her husband. So yeah, water all day long, Belinda. I like it. I'd love to know how many ounces you're doing. So what are you doing to grow your mind? What are you doing to listen to read to? What I'd suggest you don't do is turn on the Today Show and get all of the negative news. Don't turn on Fox, CNN, MSNBC like Joe Scarborough. Holy crap. That guy's ready to kill somebody. I mean, it's like they are so pissed off, but really everybody's kind of mad right now in the media. I don't know that the national media is going to make you feel better. I do not know that the national media is going to, improve your day. It's certainly not going to make you a better parent. It's not going to make you a better friend. It's not going to make you, more healthy. So let's try to I love the Today Show. I used to watch the Today Show all the time, but you know what? And all the cable news, right? How many people out there are watching cable news as they go to bed and cable news as they wake up? And you wonder why you feel like crap, right? We got some people chiming in here. Hi, Belinda. Again, I love it. Don't have a TV. That's good, Janie. Get rid of the TV. No wonder you're so happy. And then we got Emily, 10 Minutes of Devotion podcast. And I try to listen to a podcast every either motivation or some sort of personal development. Love it, Emily. Great, great, great job. So good. So good. You guys keep chiming in. I love to see it. The bottom line is I've given you 5 things from the time you open your eyes for the first 20 minutes of your day. I guarantee you, if you do this every day, you are going to become more positive. You are going to feel fantastic. I want to thank everybody for the hearts and the thumbs up. I think this is fun. I hope you're having fun and enjoying this. Number 6, right? Get a smile from someone you live with before leaving the home. I think this is such a great goal. We've hit 6 things now before you even walk out the door. Now, if you live alone, I understand that may not be possible. But if you do have a spouse, if you do have kids, if you have a roommate, really try to get a smile out of them. And I've always set a goal to try to get 10 smiles my way during the day. Now, I go out and I smile a lot at people, and people are uncomfortable. A lot of people are like, I don't want you to smile at me. I get it. But you know what? If you can get a smile from somebody, trust me, that affects their psychology. It affects their physiology. And it's something that is a worthy goal, right? Why wouldn't you want the people who you love most that live with you to smile at you before they live? I mean, I just don't understand. I have to head to work, Glenn. She's going to catch the replay. Thanks, Emily. I'll look forward to seeing you at the next Zaya convention. That was awesome. All right. So now we're going to go to number 7. And do you realize that this occurrence, this is what makes people pissed off and ruin their day? I mean, this really, really happens. Oh my gosh, there's my main man, Pete Malloy. Hey, Pete, you want to talk about a guy with a fantastic attitude? Go to Anna's Celebration of Life. That's one of my favorite organizations. They do unbelievable work. Pete is the founder of Anna's Celebration of Life. He's an incredible Christian man, and he has a story that needs to be heard. So, Pete, I'm so happy that you came in and said hello with a smiley face. So here's the deal. As you're driving to work and you have traffic, you can't change traffic, okay? There's nothing you can do to change traffic. And you can't change red lights. And red lights are only temporary. But to really sit there with a big smile and go, God, I love traffic and I love red lights. Just imagine if you're one of those people, right? I mean, there are people that they come into the office and they're just so pissed off because you know what? Traffic sucked and they hit all the red lights. And you know what? You may be a little late. I read in a book, and I forget who it was by, that's called Thank You for Being Late, right? We live in a society where 5 hours of our day can go. We've met with 10 different people. And I come home all the time and my wife says, where'd you go to lunch? And I can't remember. I can't even remember who I met with because we're so busy meeting with people. And now that life has become more virtual, instead of making 2 sales calls a day, you can make 20 sales calls a day. And so who doesn't love traffic? I'm with you. I love them. So the bottom line is this. You got to reprogram yourself. There are negative things that you need to rip out of your life. And there are negative things that you hate, that frustrate you, that you need to say, you know what? I love those things, right? Those things that frustrate me the most make me stronger. They make me better. They force me to look at a more positive way of life. And they're good things, even the things that frustrate you. And we always talk about it. Let's stop becoming frustrated and become fascinated. You can be fascinated that you hit every freaking red light on the way to work and that you hit every traffic jam on your way out of town. So just reprogram what you love and what you don't love. All right, number 8, when you get to the office, or when you pull through for a cup of coffee at McDonald's, or whatever you do. I want you to light up the first person you see when you walk into work or in the parking lot. I mean, go, hey, I can't believe you're the first person that I get to light up today. They're going to go, you are nuts, dude. But like, isn't it cool who God chooses to make the first person you see in your life? And most people, 9 out of 10, will not feel comfortable when you try to light them up. So, there's different approaches. You can certainly say good morning. You can certainly smile at them. If they seem game and ready, maybe you come up and you go, I can't believe that you're the first person I got to say hello to today. If you work on this skill, if you truly say, what is an approach? What can I say to people to light them up? Especially the first one of the day. Understand the first person of the day is a gift from God. And I promise you, if you want to stay positive, you want to stay happy, you want to have enthusiasm and energy, just look at the first person that comes into your life every single day and say, you can do this. Oh my gosh, you're the one. And they're going to go, what the hell's going on? You're the one. You're the one. You just made my day, right? Okay, let's keep on going. We're down to number 9, which is find the good in something that is stressing you out, right? And you state it out loud. So now we've woken up, right? We've drank 16 ounces. We've studied for 5 minutes. We got our blood going. We've driven to work. We lit somebody up in the parking lot. We stated our mantra. And now what happens? You get to work. You get an email. You get a text message. You get something dropped on your desk, or a boss starts beating you over the head with whatever, right? Find something good about what stresses you out. I understand that we all get stressed out, but we got to find the good in everything. I want 3 people, if you can, to please type in the comments of something that stresses you out, and I'm going to try to find the good real time and live. And it can be very simple, but please, if you're on, number 1, if you're not able to come in, you need to go, and I'll type it in again so we can do this together. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. They'll ask you to, I just posted it in our comments. They will ask you to give them permission, right? There it is right there. So we can do it. So I just kind of want to do this with you, right? And so go there and get it. I want to hear 3 things that completely stress you out, and then we're going to try to find the good in them, right? We're going to try to find the good in them. So I'll wait. Maybe some of you guys are doing that. I could go to number 10, but I'm just hoping I get a little feedback from being stressed out, right? So here's one thing. I am late. How many people get all stressed out because you are late? Right? Well, here's the bottom line, right? What can you pull out of good out of I am late? Well, you know what? Maybe the other people are late. You can obviously apologize because it is rude to be late. But you know what? Quite honestly, when we talk to people about thank you for being late, I tell you what, are you stressed out when people are late for you? Because I can tell you this, when people are late for me, I used to get mad, but now I go, thank you for being late, because I can use the extra 5 minutes to sit down and to think about things. So that's number 1. Frank, being cooped up. Here's Frankie, baby. This gets him a little stressed out. Being cooped up with my family for 24 hours a day trying to work. All right, well, Frank, just in case you haven't noticed, the country is opening up, and you don't necessarily need to be cooped up with them. But you know what? I think what I would state out loud is I'd rather be cooped up with my family 24 hours a day than being a nurse on the front line in COVID in New York City and being quarantined from all of my children for 14 straight days or more. So certainly that's a stressor, and Frank is a source of sales giant and guru, and I love Frank, and I'm sure that he has already thought of that. But right, there are people who are cooped up right now with their families that are stressed out. And number 1, I can give you all kinds of reasons why it's good. Number 1, it makes you closer. We've gotten back to the basics of life and family because of this thing called COVID, right? It gives you an opportunity to know your children better. It gives you an opportunity to test your patience. It gives you an opportunity to be grateful that you're not a nurse. I think you guys all get where we're going with this. And Frank just hit me with some thumbs up, so I think he's down. And I'd love to get one more if we can. I'm going to go to number 10, but if there's something that's stressing you out, trust me, I can find something positive out of it, and I'd love to share that with you all today. So I want to thank everybody for being on. We're on number 9, and now we are going to number 10. This is easy, but do you do it? Do you really help someone when you have the opportunity? How many times have you seen somebody that needs help and you walked right past them? I mean, we've all done it, right? And so the opportunity now, if we really want to do, is stop our day, stop and help. Right now, I understand if somebody needs a tire change, that's we call these acts of kindness. We used to set that as a goal back in the old world that I used to know. Now that we're in this new world that I don't even know what we're in, but I know that we need to stay positive, and I know that we need to own our minds, and we need to do everything we can to take control of how we think and how we feel. But helping someone is pretty darn easy, and it could be as simple as opening a door. It could be as simple as buying a cup of coffee for the person behind you. It could be changing a tire. It could be simply listening. It could be helping somebody carry in heavy bags in a computer bag or whatever as they're walking in the office. But do you walk through your day looking to help somebody? Right? Do you look at who I can help? And let me tell you who you can help most, in my opinion, are waitresses at restaurants. Like, those people need help. They got masks on themselves the whole day. I love me some waitresses. They're good. Let's go to number 11, and then we're going to finish it up. At the end of the day, hopefully you are setting a goal to get 10 smiles, that where you're creating 10 smiles to come your way, right? And you're giving 10 compliments. So number one, the number one attitude booster is be nice. And when we talk about being nice, we talk about intentional compliments of other people. Are you able to compliment others easily? And if you're not, it is somewhat of an acquired skill. Some people call it brown nosing. Some people call it empty and hollow. But those people have negative attitudes because they would never want to do that. But you know what? How did you feel the last time you got a compliment? How did you feel the last time somebody was nice to you? How did you feel the last time somebody paid attention to you? My guess is you probably felt pretty good. So my challenge to you is to go find a way to compliment people. It doesn't need to be on their looks. It can be about their spirit. It can be about their aura. It can be about what they said. But it certainly could be physical and looking. How many of you have been complimented and it maybe wasn't sincere or true, but you still felt good, right? So try to make sure that you get to your 10. And let's just go ahead and finish it up. And it's been awesome to be with all of you are. And this is more of a business productivity thing. This is more of this will help you sleep, because a lot of us have a lot going on. And being able to prioritize the 6 most important things you need to do is a game changer. It will help you sleep. Instead of thinking about it, write those 6 things down. And it may be 2 things for your family, 2 things in business, and 2 things for a charitable organization. I don't know what it is, but I got to interview a billionaire, and I said, what was your secret? He said, you know what? I wrote down the 6 most important things I needed to do every day. And that's all I needed to do. And I became a billionaire. You know why? Because instead of working on a bunch of stuff you shouldn't be working on, he lived the 6 priorities that he needed. There's plenty of books and information on priority tips. And well, thank you, Belinda. I appreciate it. I hope that brightened your day. I just want to let you know that you can follow me at the University of Attitude on Facebook. I would love you to share this. If you like this video, please share it out. Check us out at the Get Attitude podcast. If you or your company is looking for a motivational speaker to help align the morale of your company, to help spread positivity, if you're going through a major disruption in your business, these are the things that we help people with. Obviously, a lot of you guys know that I love to buy and sell real estate for my customers. We're out doing that every single day. And but most of all, what we're trying to do is change the world one attitude at a time. I was honored. Thank you for all the hearts. I was honored to be with you. I'm not sure how much time we spent here today, but I hope these 12 tips, if practiced, right? These are so simple. And I know that you know them, but the question is, will you do them? And if you do, and if you try them, will you text me? Will you message me? Will you let me know that they made a difference? And if anything, just take 1 or 2 of them and practice those every day. Stay in touch. Keep following me. We will continue to bring value to your lives. We will continue to help you win in your mind so you can win in your life and your business. This is Glenn Bill from the University of Attitude saying thank you so much and namaste to you. God bless everybody. Thank you so much.